The hollow ache beneath Elara's ribs had become a permanent part of her, a second heart beating with a rhythm of longing. The Moonfall Festival had come and gone, a spectacle of swirling light and meersong that for the first time felt distant to her. She watched her Mer family dance and felt a profound love for them, but it was now tinged with the sorrow of a secret she carried. Neri noticed the change. The effervescent chatter had quieted, replaced by a silent, searching gaze that often drifted toward the shimmering surface. "The pull of the forgotten land is strong in you, sister," Neri said one day, her voice softer than usual. She swam close, taking Elara's hand. "I don't understand it, but I see its tide in your eyes. You cannot be half present here. The sea demands your whole heart, or it will let you go." The words were a warning, but also a permission. Elara knew Neri was right. The conflict was eroding her from the inside. She spent her days in the quiet, deep places, seeking answers in the ancient wisdom of the ocean. She consulted the old sea turtles and the wise, slow-talking whales, but their knowledge was of currents and abysses, not of the solid, sun-warmed world above. It was in the sunken ship, the place where the memory of her grandmother had first shattered her peace, that she found a clue. Desperate, she had returned, sifting through the silt with a newfound purpose. This time, her fingers brushed against not a shell, but a small watertight chest, its leather straps long since eaten away. Inside, protected by layers of wax, was a book. The pages were fragile, the ink blurred by time, but the illustrations were clear, charts of tides, constellations, and phases of the moon annotated in a spidery hand. It was a grimoire of a sea witch, or perhaps a land witch who understood the ocean. The final page held the secret. It spoke of the lunar convergence, a rare night when the moon was at its fullest and brightest, its light possessing a transformative magic. It described a ritual, a balance. A mermaid who still held a piece of a human soul could, for a single night under that specific moon, walk upon the land. But the magic required a tether, a deep, emotional connection to a specific place and person on the shore. And when the moon set, the sea would reclaim her. Hope, fierce and terrifying, bloomed in Elara's chest. She knew the person. She could almost feel the place, a quiet cove that smelled of pine and sea spray, the ghost of a wooden porch swing in her mind. The night of the lunar convergence arrived. The ocean was preternaturally still, as if holding its breath. A pathway of moonlight solidified on the water's surface. Elara turned to Neri, who had followed her, her green tail flicking nervously. "I will come back," Elara promised. "I know," Neri replied, her voice thick. "The sea is in your soul too. It will call you home. Go, sister. Find your other shore." With a powerful flick of her starry tail, Elara followed the moon path. As she reached the shallows of a secluded, familiar cove, a strange sensation overtook her. It was not pain, but a profound shifting, a reweaving of her very being. The silver starlight on her tail flared brightly, and then the tail itself dissolved into the light, reforming into two human legs. She stumbled onto the sand, the sensation of granular earth beneath her feet, both alien and deeply, fundamentally right. She followed a path her feet remembered, up to a small, weather-beaten cottage overlooking the sea. And there, on the porch swing, was her grandmother. Older, more frail, but with the same kind, crinkled eyes, staring out at the moonlit water as if waiting. "Grandmother," Elara whispered, her voice rough from disuse. The old woman turned, and her eyes filled not with shock, but with a profound, weary recognition. "I knew you'd come back, my little star," she said, her voice trembling. "I've seen you sometimes in my dreams, swimming with a tail of midnight and stars." They spent the night wrapped in a blanket, talking and crying. Elara told her of the vibrant coral cities and her sister Neri. Her grandmother spoke of the years of grief and the stubborn hope that had kept a light in the window. They drank hot chocolate, the taste unlocking a flood of warm, perfect memories. As the moon began its descent, painting the pre-dawn sky with pale watercolours, Elara felt the pull. The magic was waning. She helped her grandmother to the water's edge. "This isn't goodbye," Elara said, kissing her soft, wrinkled cheek. "The lunar convergence will come again, and I will be here." Her grandmother smiled, a tear tracing a path through her wrinkles. "I'll be waiting, and I'll know you're safe and happy out there in your other world." As the first sliver of sun breached the horizon, Elara waded into the cool, welcoming water. When it reached her waist, the transformation swept over her once more, the familiar power of her starry tail returning. She turned, waving to the figure on the shore, then dove deep. She returned to the reef, to Neri's embrace, her heart finally whole. She was no longer torn, but blessed. She was the mermaid of the midnight sky, a daughter of the vibrant, singing sea, and she was also her grandmother's little star, a keeper of a love that now spanned two worlds, forever connected by the timeless, magical pull of the moon. The end. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe.